This video is awesome because I want to tell you about my way of editing. Welcome in. So right here, you see me going in and clipping. I'm trying to mark out the moments where I'm either not talking or about to switch topics. And then I use that as a point. When I get to the end of a breath or the end of a sentence, I like to clip it. And if there's extra words or extra text, I make sure I go in and clip around that. Sometimes I'll go in and slide it left and right, but sometimes it's better to just split it and then just delete the part where there's extra talking. I am really good at taking my time to find the moments when I am between thoughts. Clipping or splitting a video or a moment between thoughts allows you to manipulate the timing. You are not affecting your message, but you have to go in with the understanding that a lot of people, those first 3 seconds, if you do not hook them in, they're out of there. And then keeping that attention, you got to do quick cuts. Think about really when you're scrolling, look at your favorite videos, your favorite content creators. What are they doing? How are they keeping you hooked in? I mean, reverse engineer their content. And what I'm doing here is one of my favorite transitions is pull in, and it just literally pulls the audience in. And I've been using it pretty consistently for about 5 to 6 months. So I tend to stick with the ones that make my editing style or my content feel familiar. Ultimately, I want my audience to be able to recognize my content, even if they don't recognize my face right away every time, or if my voice, whatever, my content will feel the same and I create this feeling by having basically a signature transition. So for you, when you're creating your content, you can figure out what that is for yourself. Now, a tip on editing speech. People talk, and sometimes we get long-winded. And even when we do perfect takes, sometimes there's still air in there. And that air makes your video feel slow. We are in a fast-paced society, and we want people to binge our content, people who are used to following long form and people who are not. So how do we do that? We find more moments to clip. If you see me throughout this, you'll see me pinching in videos to bring in closer. That is to create an element of intimacy that may or may not be there, but psychologically, even if they aren't processing what's happening, they're listening to the message and then actually feeling like they're getting closer when I pull in that frame. And I tend to do that on moments that I really want the listener to lean in on. So I can kind of create that lean in a way that I couldn't do with just my voice if I were talking to them in person. So doing things where they say oftentimes, whether you're familiar with this or not, changing positions or changing your background or changing clothes or moving a gesture, something to suggest the passage of time. Sometimes you'll see content creators